Welcome back, ODU esports fans, to another match of Overwatch 2. My name is Porter Dowdy. I'm joined here with
Dylan Anderson, Beep Cheap here.
yeah, and we're gonna get ready for an exciting match tonight against USF Gold. Old Dominion's Overwatch 2 team's record is shaky to say the least. They've had a rough start.
Pretty usual start 0-2. Looking to get a 1-2 today, though.
Yeah, it'd be huge to get the momentum going. You know, start off strong 2 games into the season with a win.
No, we're 2. I thought we were 3.
This is the 3rd.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make this a 1-2 then. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be super important to get that momentum, starting to go, get that ball rolling. Try to get a win here for ODU tonight.
Yeah. It is ODU's normal habit to lose about like the first 2 or 3 matches into the season, but that's usually how we use to like teach ourselves. Every season is different, even though it's kind of a little bit the same, but the only thing that keeps the same is we always lose the first like 2 or 3, then we just start winning after that. So let's see if we can get a repeat.
Yeah. So have you seen the last 2 matches at all?
I actually did cast the first match. That was a pretty fun endeavor. I didn't see much of the NACE one, but that was pretty good as well.
So from what you have seen, what do you want to look for that, ODU should be improving upon or something different?
I think honestly the only things they really have issues with are just doing stuff. Like they have a pretty big tendency to just like get to a point and then start admiring the map for some reason. If they can start imagining like actually doing things on the fight, then we should be good. Because currently they are just sightseeing.
Yeah. I have noticed that from what I have picked up on the last 2 NACE games. It's a lot of when they do go in, I mean they execute pretty well. They have pretty good retakes on control point maps. They have pretty good rotations when they decide to rotate.
It's just a matter of actually doing it.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's just the commitment issues really that we see.
Yeah, I think our team has we are pretty bad at adapting currently, but hopefully they have been streaming a little bit more, and they did have a VOD last night, so maybe they should be implementing that today, because they do have the issue of just getting to a fight and not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
But they should be good here.
Yeah, definitely. So things to look out for, seeing more commitment from the team as a whole.
Yeah.
Any players that you want to keep your eye on specifically?
Well, we do have, I haven't really kept my eye on many that much. Adelot, Orisa OTP.
Mm-hmm.
Goated on the cat right now.
Yeah.
But X-Blast doing pretty good. Let's see if Index and Joker Joey on the DPS can manage to go even this time. That'd be very good.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about Index and Joker Joey on DPS. They both have their times when they just absolutely pop off, but instead of seeing, the MVP plays separately, one-on-one, I want to see more consistent, both of them performing well enough to win the team fight together rather than, individually carrying different fights.
Yeah, usually ODU has had the past problem of both DPS not really going in at the same time or collapsing on a target, but I think if Index and Joker Joey can actually manage to go on a fight together and actually kill the person they're going on, it should be a lot better for us.
Yeah, definitely. And excuse me, I think that also might be an issue with comms, and I know there are some new players on the team, some of which haven't even had like a team environment to play in like this before, so they still might be working out some comm issues. I know that's a pretty big fault for most teams at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, that is the collegiate fallacy though. Every time you come with a new semester, there's always a couple players never played before, never played on a team before.
Yeah.
But I think honestly ODU this time, they actually seem to be calming decently well. They do have, I'm pretty sure they have Index and Xbot shot calling a little bit.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the meta, what we are going to expect to see today.
Well, honestly from ODU I'm expecting Brawl, to be honest, because that is their one true pairing comp right now. I don't really know much about USF Gold. I haven't really seen any of their players a lot, but whatever they play, as long as we can just chillax on point, we should be good.
Awesome. And I believe we are going to be going into game here.
Okay, Lijiang Tower is looking like this is control center.
So looking at the comps right now, what are your initial thoughts?
Looks the exact same as I expected from ODU. USF has looked like they're running the exact same comp. I think they are swapping it out. No, this is literally just a mirror match. Let's just see if ODU can rip them to shreds or not.
Yeah, we see the Adelot on Orisa, Joka Joey on the Bastion again, and we have a match chat on. So that's a
that will be a treat, hopefully. Yeah, let's see if they can manage to win the little poke here. It's all about the Symmetra actually getting charged and not dying instantly.
good sim TP in, trying to get control of that mid
Looks like
room
they did get
early on.
First, but
Looks
are
like
they going to break the turrets?
yeah, ODU getting initial point forward
Looks
here
like they
on.
do have point.
Yeah, they are going to get control of the point. It looks like here no members of either team have gone down really so far. Still in the initial poke phases
Yeah, but
of the
if you
fight.
do look at it right now, we do have better damage here. We have had Lamp used early, though, but we have level
Big
3 charge, so
sim
we should just be
charge,
winning. Yeah.
2 picks for ODU.
Looks
leaving
like they have been erased.
USF going down on the initial team fight, letting ODU cap the point and start that percentage clock ticking.
It looks like we did get point grabs first. This is all about that Symmetra living, them getting set up. They did get White Room first. I guess USF decided to try to sweep out, but they just decided to go back in for some reason. But they do actually have a window. It's going to be both teams winning here. I think they should be TPing into corner here, but I guess they wanted to walk through their window.
Comes
engaging.
out,
They did get
Sim
Lion,
TP peppering the backline of USF, and the
and they're
TP comes out
really
as
split.
well. Bebop getting the early pick on Hey It's Lion, leaving ODU down 1 player, making it a 4v5 situation.
Bastion's
Joka
gotta
Joey
get
going
down,
down
yeah.
as well. USF now with a 2-person, 3-person advantage will
Clean
take
up
the
at this
fight.
point. Oh, the Symmetra actually managed to live. Yeah, so they did end up using an ult here, but ODU still does have ult advantage here. I think Index might be trying to bait resources. It looks like he did get out, but they were forced to use TP, so if they want to actually be TPing across here, they're going to have to wait around 6 seconds.
Yep, that 6-second timer slowly ticking down, but ultimates from both sides coming out this fight.
Looks like
Window
they're
coming out
pushing as
early.
well. Kind of a weird window. I don't think they're going to get anything with that. Yeah, they didn't get the timer. It looks like Kirito is going for that,
Wall
but he is
coming
canceled
out.
out of it.
Artillery from the Bastion on the side of USF will find no one as the beat comes out. Bebop finds a pick on
They counter beat though. Looks like Adelot will be going down. Yeah, they did have beat advantage there. They were kind of forced here. But both teams end up using the exact same amount of ults. But look at that window difference from their Bastion to ours, because having that window early last fight, they're already 90 to another one. They just need 10%.
And it looks like we're going to be getting a pause from ODU here. We could see that because the match chat was on.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So one of our issues here right now, I think one of the players is sick, so he is playing from his dorm on a potato laptop, which is pretty good for our team. So we might be seeing a couple pauses here today.
Yeah. Wait, a member of
ODU's team. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not what we want.
Yeah, that's not what we want. I didn't say that was a good thing. I'm
No,
just
that's
saying we're
not-
playing on a potato laptop. We were seeing a lot of pauses here today.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, so what do you think about that?
Initially, like we said, they were able to commit. They capped the point. They just weren't able to keep the momentum going. Comms, I'm guessing, or something fell through between that first fight and that second fight. Something just went awry.
It's just mainly they are really good at that little neutral fight engagement, but actually engaging and holding space is a big issue they apparently have here. It was just kind of, they pushed in, they expected them to TP, I guess, but they just windowed and their Baptiste got assimilated. And they eventually just lose there. They kind of try to stagger. Didn't know if they wanted to try to sustain and live. They wanted to fight, but looks like we are on pause here.
Yeah, we are on pause trying to get our bearings here. USF being able to hold this choke point.
Like is late
it's going to be important for USF to make sure they maintain a grip on
To be honest here, I think they just TP. They go Rissel. Looks like a goofy little TP. I think they managed to miss a little bit, but 2 people did get through. But I think they go for Rissel, combo here with Bastion. I think they just get a clean team fight here.
Let's see if it happens.
That is there. I don't know if Adelot's looking for it. They might a little early. They are going for it. This should be crazy.
Rissel
yeah,
comes
that is
out.
insane. I told you.
Joka Joey finding 2 members of USF, followed by a 3rd from Index, leaving ODU
this should just
up
be clean
4.
up at this point.
Yeah, very, very clean team fight from ODU.
Yeah, this is a pretty good combo. They ended up wasting window on UFS side. They are 55 to their own window, but it looks like no team is going to be really having ults here. Most Bastion on enemy team USF is going to be getting the closest to ult here, I'm pretty sure.
I think we're ODU's looking pretty good in a defensive.
Yeah, they are tanked down. Joka Joey did just get shot down, unfortunately. I think he was sightseeing on the map. It looks like Adelot will have to sustain here a little bit. This is looking like last fight for if they manage to get a flip here.
Yep, dying in the poke phase from Joka Joey's not good, but
and they both lamp engage. They are split, however, though. They have a little good pincer here. Will the Lucio get erased? It looks like their Arissa is down, but they lost their Baptiste. They are close to wall here. They wall here. They missed. He did die with the wall there. That is unfortunate. Does Hayes Lion roll this? I don't think he does. It should be a one-touch fight. They have both support ults coming up. They do have wall engage, but so does the enemy team. They have their Orisa Bastion combo. They're going to have to beat this crazily here and not get AJ'd.
Yeah, not a good fight for ODU to lose, but no fight's a good fight to lose.
They did just get pincered. I think they just didn't notice.
Wall comes out
goofy
from
wall
both
from
teams.
USF team here. I think their wall on point is a lot better here. They are kind of
The
split here,
sim
though.
from USF in the back getting a
They
lot
did
of
kill the
charge.
back
He
piece,
needs to
though.
be answered immediately.
That is a beat combo, though. They need to actually get a pick here, though. Their Symmetra is low. They need to get Lamp here.
USF
looks like
up
Jojo is
2.
down. Yeah, this is looking like an unfortunate play here for ODU.
ODU was able to flip the point, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to touch after this, though. No one else really will be there.
Looks like that will be the first round to USF.
Yeah, slow and steady kind of thing here. We kind of did to the point, but we just did have that issue of getting picked early twice. Joey did try to block the entire point with his body for some reason and did get erased on that. So little unfortunate there, but that is just kind of warm up.
Yeah. As we go into the second map here, I'm kind of expecting to see.
I just think they TP point, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
They're just going to TP and just crater down on point. As long as one of them don't int, they're going to try to do a few fake TPs. I think they actually do have comms this time, which should be good. Looks like Bebop is opting to go for more of a dive-esque comp. Little dive-esque comp here. All that. All that.
So, well, we
they
see
are
the
on
swap
D.Va, yeah.
onto the D.Va from the Doomfist. I kind of expected to see the D.Va from
Mercy.
both teams.
Why are they on
but
Mercy here? Okay,
We
they
see
have
the switch
speed
to the
advantage here. I
Orisa?
think the enemy team is making a mixed match comp. They happen to.
But
Yeah, that
TP
is
gets
something. They have
taken down
Mercy here for some
immediately.
reason. This is a very goofy idea from them. Looks like they're just going white, but I guess they just wanted to take advantage here.
ODU getting the positional
pick on the
advantage here.
Mercy.
Index getting a very nice pick. Indeed,
Absolutely.
Sim
They have the fake two. They did
into
forget
the
about turns.
background, or the back line. ODU's able to hold this. Again, pretty similar start to last round.
Yeah.
ODU getting a strong position and just winning the team fight with ease.
Like I said, they do have really good neutral fights. Again, I have no idea what USF was cooking with that Mercy idea, but that did kind of just give them a free pass on not getting the point. Looks like that turret is a little bit of a distraction here. I think Sim on their side should be good here. They're actually seeing the wall.
TP
Taking a
into
little
the
sniper
back
here.
line.
But
TP
I think
goes
he's going to
down.
die here. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a really goofy play from there.
It's a match fight though. 4v4 as Adelot finds a pick on Kento. It's a brawl as USF pushes onto the point now.
Look at their Lucio though. What is their Lucio doing on ODU side? Left here.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, did he get the boop? Oh, unfortunately.
No members of either team have gone down.
Yeah. Unfortunate
Joey
lamp here,
falling
a little
to
bit there. I don't know, I can't
Bebop.
still win this though. That's fine. An unfortunate pick. Their Lucio will just get back before us him because that's naturally how Lucio does. Yeah. Just interesting little TP. I think he meant to TP maybe like bait them, but he forgot to press this button again and died. So a little unfortunate.
Window came out on that fight for both teams, so not really an advantage or disadvantage for either one, but it did result in USF winning the fight.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are here. They will have point advantage. USF does not understand they will just only be TPing off cooldown.
Artillery Strike comes out, finds nothing, but Toast will find Hayet's line in the BAP 1v1, making it a 4v5 fight in the favor of USF. As ODU struggles to find point control, Kirito will take down Joey, but Adelot answers back by taking down Bebop, and it looks like USF will clean up this team
Yeah,
fight.
this is just the biggest issue, though. Their Baptiste always just found out early, and they just end up losing that sustain. Their Baptiste always just barely exist.
Yeah, USF is having a hard time countering that initial push, but once they get into position, ODU is having a hard time. And here we see it again.
Yeah,
They send the
exact
free
same thing.
uncontested TP onto point.
But
ODU
Joey
just
is
needs to
booped off the
capitalize
map.
on it. Yep,
Taking a
Joey
swim.
dying to environmentals is never a good look, but making it a 4v5 situation, X plus X decides to try to even the odds for ODU. No team finds a pick. Both walls go down.
And I don't actually think. I think they are trying to engage on this, but they do have beat engage. They need an ult here if they actually want to manage to win this.
Big ult from Adelot. Will it find much? Joey finding three, Index finding.
But I don't know if it's actually enough.
Will it be enough? Joey, can he
just
clean
a little
it
too
up?
late. Yeah, they just kind of took a little too long on that. I guess they were waiting for Joey to respawn, but yeah, eventually it is lost all the resources. They did counter beat engage, and now they kind of have nothing for next fight while they have Bastion ult to kind of destroy them out when they try to touch here.
Yeah, it was a good play, but like you said, 2 seconds too late.
Yeah, looks like they kind of goofed their Bastion ult, so we do actually have a pretty decent touch here if they don't manage to get booped off the map. Looks like they did run on top of the Bastion. Did he live here? Oh, he did actually manage to get out.
Orisa ult slowly building for both teams as ODU maintains majority control of the position inside the point.
What did I just witness on that side? Looks like they're bad.
2 picks for ODU. 3v5 situation in favor of ODU, and it looks like
they
ODU
did get that final fight. I have no idea what Kirito was cooking there. I think he got like ripped around the wall and managed to phase through it somehow. I don't really understand what I witnessed there, but it's like they have ult advantage here on this side. I guess they want to hold close now. I guess they were just doing that for a little bit.
We are in last fight territory, so ODU cannot afford
but look
to
at that
lose
sim
anything.
wall on the enemy team compared to ODU's. For me, that sim wall and actually just winning that fight, they just have free engage here. I think they just want to walk wide. These guys are...
Sim
they
TP comes
TP
out from
actually
USF,
behind them here.
TPing to the mega
Very
room on the side of
stupid
point.
spot to TP, if I have to admit, though. They do engage with wall, but that was just kind of a goofy little TP.
Yeah,
they just have to play through this wall here. If they can manage to live here and they can do this. They have beat. They need to do this a little
Kento
early.
finding another environmental on Joka Joey, make that 2, keep a count. ODU still
close to
staying
wall
strong
engage,
though.
They need to actually engage with beat here before they They 2 environmentals.
Kento gets another boop off the map, making it a 3v5 situation.
I
in
didn't get
favor
the
of
beat
USF.
either.
Saki and Toast finding 2 more, and it will just be Index trying to hold down the point.
Yeah, we did play that. We decided to play back of point and outside of point instead of actually just playing point there, and that did just end up with 2 of our players taking a bath, unfortunately.
2 environmental kills.
Yeah, on that
at
last
the end
fight,
of
you
the round.
can't win. Our Bastion and our Baptiste, 2 Bs, both just sent for a swim, unfortunately, there.
You know, it's oftentimes the most embarrassing way to get eliminated in Overwatch, much less at the end of the round at such a critical time twice.
Yeah, much less 3 times in a row by that same player as the same character as well. If I was Joka Joey right now, I'd be bursting into tears. Like, I think my entire room would be full of liquid from my own tears getting booped off on so many crucial moments. But that is just one map. This is a best of 5. Best first 2-3 here if you cannot count the other way. We should be good to go here. ODU usually has a pretty slow start. We can probably bring this back, I think. There shouldn't be really any more environmentals on the rest of these maps, so we should be good on that percentage.
You know what I always say, and you can quote me on this, ODU's never been a first map team.
Yeah, that's been a pretty big thing. ODU, sometimes when we win first map, we're like 50-50 on it. I think this season we're probably 80-20 on 80 on getting absolutely decimated on it, but we only had 3 maps, so
yeah.
I don't think my statistics really work there, but
we will take a short 1-2 minute break while we wait for the teams to get ready for the next map.
Yep, stay tuned. All right, looks like King's Row right now. A little bit of Scrims Row right after the Lijiang Tower. Pretty tried and true for NACE, I'd have to think. I think actually if you were to look at the entire time in all NACE matches, it would probably go Lijiang into King's Row about 98% of the time.
I think it's just the most comfortable maps for, the majority of teams that we see out there. Every time, when I was playing, it was always Lijiang, then King's Row in the scrims. It was always Lijiang and King's Row in the matches.
Yeah.
I think that's just, the standard.
That's just the standard bread and butter 1 and 2. A little bit here. It looks like we are running a Zarya comp. That is pretty goofy. I guess it is from the new patch change here.
With the Hanzo Bastion.
If you do look at their team here, that they have a lot of combos they can deal with here. They can go grab Sun, they can go grab Window, they could go grab Dragon, they could go grab Artillery. If you look at the USF side, they have Sim, Bastion, full-on Reinhardt comp here. They could probably just TP height.
Yeah, they do have a lot of combos, but they have to have that sustainability to be able to execute them.
Yeah, it's more so they have to actually take angles on this Brawl comp here, because what I'm expecting now is one of the teammates is going to be swapped. They might just TP on this Hanzo here, if I'm being honest.
One bubble comes out from ODU Zara, make that both, and they have no more bubbles.
They have kind of already just given all the resources. Pretty goofy pylon, but Joka Joey does get the pick here.
Very good pick from the side of ODU, making it a 4v fight early. The pin comes out, getting Adela out of the front line, but he quickly recovers, kept alive by his teammates, and they are able to push USF back past the choke point. Will they get the pick on the Ryan? They will, as Index peeks the corner as the Bastion, and he goes down himself. Not a very good position, but still a winnable position for ODU.
I'd say pretty bad for ODU. They are down their main Bastion. ODU will not be there before USF is there for the next engage. They will be engaging with turret. They're already 88 on Bastion ult. If you do look at that, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, the Reinhardt from USF already back, pushing Statue.
They
TP to the high ground, taking down Joka Joey. It's a 4v5 fight in the favor of USF. ODU playing on its heels right now, trying to defend as they.
But the Reinhardt does int his brains out.
I don't know what that charge was, but the shield should have gone down there, and the Ryan should have been punished, but there was no punishment to be had. USF will take the point unless contested here. Window comes out on the side of USF.
I don't think they're going to touch though. Yeah.
3 picks. Immediately as ODU jumps into the sight of the window.
Yeah, I think that was probably the absolute worst play you could have done as ODU trying to take that. There's no way you can get through that. You know they have window, you have combos here, and you have Zarya charge. You just kind of want to hold that choke, but I guess they wanted to try to fight it.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment, you make decisions that, oftentimes you look back on like, why did I do that? But
yeah, I know ODU right now is feeling, all of them are thinking about that. I feel like the amount of regret.
Very nice
Joe
pick.
does just erase their Lucio from across the map.
Very nice pick, but will they capitalize on it? Being a Lucio, he will get back to point very, very quick. So if they're going to capitalize, it's going to have to be very quick. Window comes out.
Oh, interesting window.
Interesting
they do have a
time
turret
in the
here,
fight.
Yeah.
Shield goes down on the side of USF.
Yeah,
Reinhardt.
I think they just have to hold this arch.
Lamp goes out. What is going on? This fight is being dragged out away from the point towards USF spawn.
Yeah, they just get arch here. I don't know why Joka Joey is planning to play so aggressively. They do have Sim, and they did get ran over on their first fight, which ended up making them lose the point.
ODU got very, very lucky here. Maintains control of the arch.
They do a TP shatter here.
TP into the shatter.
Grab cancel.
Grab comes out. Artillery follows soon after, but USF will find the team fight win.
Yeah, that is a pretty unfortunate play for ODU. As that new Bastion changed, no critical hits. That might have killed actually 4 if we were 2 weeks ago, but kind of unfortunate there. They aren't really expecting these TPs. They're going for a little bit of goofy plays here.
Yeah, this feels more like a Sim cheese comp rather than a Sim,
Oh, it is. They are going combos here. It looks like Reinhardt is pushing.
Lucio pushing that front line up, holding ODU single-handedly from contesting the point as of right now. As the X taken down very early in the poke phase. ODU gonna have to match that pick or push the point and find something. And another boop.
ODU has
Kento
managed to
up.
get booped in the only position Kingsdraw has for you to get booped on this point. That is actually impressive.
I believe that is 5 boops so far for Kento.
Yeah, Kento, I guess after picking that Mercy play, has decided to lock in, unfortunately. Looks like we are back on the Orisa here.
Joka Joey finding the reset.
It looks like we are doing a comfort picks here now on ODU.
Yeah, I kind of honestly favor this rather than the, seeing the Zarya.
The Zarya was a good idea. They did get charge here. They just never really sustained long enough for Zarya's charge to really matter.
With ODU's we see the TP charge finding Adelot. Lamp comes out. Will they be able to keep him alive? No, they will not.
Yeah, that was actually extremely good wall from Saki there.
Very, very nice wall from USF. 2 picks so far. It's a 3v5 scenario. ODU needs to come with something, but they will not.
I think Index actually off the map. Oh no, he does take the little rotation here. Wonder where he learned that one from. Yeah, this kind of looks like from scenario here. I don't think they're really going to be able to live. They have to get at least 1 pick here to even have a chance of winning this. They are now close to any else. They have window, but it doesn't come out in time.
Trying their hardest, clawing to keep that overtime
They can hold this though. This
alive.
is they did get 1 pick on the map. They can't hold. Okay, there's no
3 minutes and 28 seconds to get from the spawn room to the point. It is going to be the round for USF.
Yeah. So they kind of did just get staggered for about a solid 5 minutes there. A little unfortunate. A couple picks on that. They did have a couple of clean fights, but they weren't really expecting USF to really do anything, and they kind of just lost through that.
Yeah, most of the fights this map so far have just felt super, super extended. Like, when I expected a fight to end, specifically when ODU had gained control of the arch, they kept playing aggressive. They kept pushing forward. And then that ended up with them having to backpedal when they got, the wave of USF crashed on them. and then their ult, their Zarya ult didn't do anything.
It's more of an issue of ODU kind of taking a little too long to use ultimates. They have, like on that specifically, this little second point that our camera is going through right now. That grab right there was good, but a little too late, and on a fight that probably, even if they didn't beat it, they probably would have lost.
Yeah, all we can hope for is that ODU clean sweeps right now.
Looks like we're doing Ram here. We have a little bit of a, we kind of this should be fine, honestly.
We see USF going with the, I think, the same
exact same comp. I'm just assuming they're going to TP their Bastion on high ground behind them. I don't know how ODU is going to match with that. I don't think ODU is very good at predicting TPs. They're good at using their own, but they're not really good at reacting to anyone's.
Yeah, and I mean, that's something so niche. You know, you just have to have the high enough game sense to look out for it when it happens, because it is so uncommon as a, a mainstream tactic.
Yeah, I guess ODU on their scrims hasn't really been playing against any real sim comps, but yeah, all this really matters is about getting the enemy Bastion's turret out, and you should just have a little free reign to walk. You have to walk before their sim can get level 3 charge, but you can't walk before their Bastion uses turret, or you have to go on before he does it.
ODU not really making any ground here, trying to extend this poke phase.
Yeah, but they did get the resource out here, but I think they will be getting the TP behind.
There's the sim TP with the Bastion behind the front line of ODU. Ryan charges in on the side of USF.
Here, but he should be getting out
on both sides. And Kento will find the pick on Index, making that the first pick of the fight. Jokojoy
but they did pick Symmetra here.
After, but ODU will go down as Adelot was taken out.
But
earlier.
that is a pick on their side. They should be able to regroup before their Symmetra does come back. I don't know if Kento is actually going to taxi right now, but yeah. They have to live through these Bastion TPs, but if anyone they need to push right now before the sim gets back.
Yeah, this is something they need to be communicating. They need to be taking advantage of.
Yeah, it looks like they actually are.
Good. It's something we want to see. The Ryan
but they haven't actually managed to mark
Lamp
any of their angles
out.
Here. Jokojoy is picked out from Kiriko.
Jokojoy. Making it a 4v5 fight in the favor of USF. ODU needs to find a pick here to even the odds, so to speak. But it looks like the fight is going to be soon over.
It was a lost fight, but they did end up investing window on the USF side. But they do have a lot of ults. They actually, one of the main issues ODU is having right now is they don't really have a way to really sustain compared to USF. USF actually has a lot of, defensive ult in these ult fights. They have Bapalari, which is basically just TF2 level 3 dispenser comp, but they can't really set up their pylon or their Baptiste to actually manage to live through a fight, so they actually kind of just have less healing.
Right. We see the USF having.
Will they clear their angles this fight? They have a TP there, but I don't think they're actually going to use it.
Bastion artillery coming out very, very early in the fight. Not sure what that was.
Yeah, I think the Reinhardt actually just TP'd behind. Yeah.
Jokojoy finding a pick early in the fight onto Kento, leaving USF down one support. Window coming out. That is a big window as Adelot finds the main tank of USF. Listen to me talk. This is Overwatch 1. Finding Bebop, taking down Reinhardt on the side of USF and trying to
Smasher should die. That is the worst teleport I've ever seen, but it somehow worked somehow. This is actually pretty crazy.
Very, very nice sim TP from the side of USF, and it looks like ODU is going to be able to, if they can clean it up, take control of the point here and maybe keep this momentum going into the
looks like
push.
Index is attempting to 1v5 on the left side hotel and is getting punished egregiously for it. Looks like Reinhardt is charging into the back line for the 55th time this game, but I think they can actually win this with Annihilation if they push with it. They have to engage though.
Yeah.
He did get the pick on the Symmetra. I would turn on the Baptiste here though, but he does go on that. Yeah.
Adelot come out now.
If they should win, they should just definitely win this fight. Yeah.
But the Annihilation did not come out. That's a
Bastion they might have all died, but they did just kind of pick that out, so it's fine.
ODU, I think, forgot about the windowed Bastion right there. Not sure.
Yeah, ODU through this entire map, I don't know if you've noticed, they've had a really big issue of actually clearing angles and checking angles in mid-fight.
Yeah, I have noticed
I think the Reinhardt has been in our backline more than our backline has been in our backline somehow. It's actually pretty insane.
Their Reinhardt has had some interesting plays, to say the least, but
it has ended up working out for him, though. I think if they manage to actually turn around for once, though, it should be a little bit better for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Jokojoy is getting cleared out, but they did engage with little Bastion here. I don't think he's actually going to kill it.
Lamp comes out on USF. That could be pretty big if the fight starts to develop quickly here for the side of ODU. Jokojoy looking to get the high ground. Annihilation still in the pocket of ODU. Will we see it come out here shortly? The tank for USF using his charge, his only mobility to get away besides the Sim TP, and they Did they just TP the entire team behind onto the high ground?
Yeah, it looks like it. I guess they're just going to drop on pointer. They have actually flipped the map. But
Very
I don't know
nice
if that window
pick
actually
from
works. But
Joker
yeah, they did get 2 picks here.
Adelot finding 2 more. ODU should clean this
out
up
before they go out, yeah.
ODU needs to clean this up and clean it up quick.
Well, to be honest, that is their Baptiste and their Bastion dead really early. I don't think USF actually goes to fight this.
Yeah, there's no way they can.
Yeah.
So that will be the second point for ODU. 1 more to go to push this map into overtime.
Yeah, they won't have the more time than USF because they did get a little bit of a hiccup on first, but they can still clear out this point.
Ult economy honestly looking pretty even here. If ODU is able to poke some more before the fight, Shatter finds 1 member of ODU, but the rest of USF is there to follow up on it.
Yeah, that is kind of Shatter, and honestly, that just was Shatter on their point here. Kind of hard for Adelot to actually be blocking these Shatters. I think he is trying to track it, but I think he's being a little too late on his shields because it does take a little bit to actually cast.
Has that Annihilation come out since the first point?
I'm going to be honest, I haven't looked at it. I'm going to assume not. I think he's actually holding it just in case it can transfer to the next round, though.
I'm not sure if that's the right move,
yeah,
though.
A little bit of a play, though. If you do have Annihilation, if you hold on to it longer, it actually does increase the timer of it.
Interesting.
It does more damage.
A little fun fact.
Yeah, pretty good fun fact. Most high-ranked players don't actually know this because no one actually plays their mantra. But
Wall coming out for USF, not really developing the fight one way or another.
They do end up walling their own defense here, though. I think ODU is trying to get a group hug before they actually engage for next fight. I think they're actually walking here. They did do a little bit of a pep talk. They're walking in right now. I think they're actually going to walk with Annihilation.
Comes out from
they do
USF.
window here.
Does not find anyone.
But they are
from
split.
ODU.
I think, yeah, he needs to. Actually, they should just live here. No, X-Blast.
Kirito finding X-Blast, but it's still 4v5 situation. If they're going to commit ults, they need to do it now, but I do not think that's the right move.
Yeah, they are accumulating them for, I guess, one last fight. I don't know if they're going to dump all 5 on one fight. I wouldn't really recommend that, considering they have to win at least 2.5 fights to actually get this point, but...
That's kind of putting all your eggs in one fight basket, so to speak, and hoping you can keep them off the point.
Yeah, more of the issue here, though, is if they keep inting like this, they aren't actually going to have any time to cap point if they even do cap point, and it will just be a draw.
We need to see some space made here from the side of ODU.
Adelot needs to use this Annihilation ASAP. It looks like we did window here, window a little back on point.
I feel like that's more of a zoning ult to get control of that corner because, you know, you're looking at it now, you don't really see any much use.
Yeah, they did just have the backup. They have Lucio. They can easily kite most of this. I guess that's what Adelot is scared of here. He has to wait for them to really to engage here. They did get the pick on Lucio.
Good pick.
I'd go
Lucio.
for
Annihilate right now is what we need to see.
Now, I don't really think that's actually a good time to actually hold it there. He could use it now. Actually, there's a really good stagger, but actually there's no point.
I think they don't even need it.
Yeah, if he manages to die, though, I would be really shocked. Okay, that's actually a pretty bad stagger for USF side. They could just have Annihilate. I think he will eventually use this, hopefully, to like at least stuff one door.
Yeah,
Here's hoping.
If I see this Annihilation go the whole round,
I don't think we have an I don't think he's actually used the ult. I don't think he's...
There's the sim. Did we just C9 the point?
No, they kind of just took a little too long. We have Annihilation. Annihilation is used at the end of the round. I think he might have inted it a little bit, though, because now he won't actually have it for next round because he was trying to, I guess, hold it for the next round. But I guess we never really needed to use it. Okay, 1 minute on ODU's side, looking like 3 minutes and 40 seconds, if I can actually read that correctly through our overlay on USF side. I've seen worse. I've played against worse in my own games, to be honest. ODU still does have a chance, so they just have to hold their staggers.
I think we're going to see the comfort pick come out. I don't think we're going to see the Zarya pick immediately off rip from ODU on defense here.
Yeah, looking like they're keeping their same comp. I think, honestly, man, if Adelot uses Annihilate once, we should have at least one fight on territory, but we should be good. The only issue ODU really has to worry about here is getting caught out by angles again. If ODU gets stuck on this like they did last round and kind of forgets that there's a whole thing behind them instead of just only them playing as a unit,
yeah,
we'd be lost.
1 minute to take the point here with the same exact comp I think we've seen all match from USF. I'm hopeful. I want to see an early pick from Joker Joey, though.
I think, honestly, if Joker Joey gets this pick, he's going to have to play a little afraid here. He can look for a pick here, but if he does int his slide and they have TP up, they can easily just TP on him or just roll him off.
With the Hanzo Sojourn combo...
Oh, so they swapped Hanzo for Bastion. They're actually pretty bad for him. I think they might be Sonicking. Yeah, they're swapping back Bastion.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know why they thought they'd be on any comp different than that, but it's okay.
ODU taking the corner here, trying to get some early poke damage. Again, looking for one of those picks. Joker Joey and Adelot getting taken down to half health. X almost going down, but all members
No
of
risk was
ODU
taken
staying
actually
alive.
already, though. I think they have
Sim
used
TP
TP.
coming
Bastion's
out.
caught out, though, and they end up wasting the
Lamb
lamp
comes
too
out.
late. ODU needs to live this now if they die anyway, but they do get the pick on Sim. This is 1-1.
It is a 4v4 fight now as the Rhine Shield's about to go down. Rhine going down on the side of USF is huge. ODU has the advantage
They
here.
have to live through this turret. They can't get too greedy here if they try to take point. The turret should be over right about now. They can actually take point. They at least get one tick off of this as long as they don't int this. Adelot is doing a good idea by staying up here and at least holding choke, but if he does get caught out,
ODU needs to play its cards
their
right
Baptiste,
here.
I don't know why their Baptiste
They
is on
have
far
been
left. Their
handed
Baptiste
a
needs to play point
silver
here right now.
platter of a free point, and
They
just
are
need to
pushing though. They did
capitalize
get
on it.
Bastion ult. Their Baptiste needs to live here. Oh, Joker
Here
taking,
Tope
but they're close to
finding
annihilate. We are
one
close,
to
but they're probably
Sojourn.
gonna die before. Yeah.
Window coming out. Will hate its line. Clutch it up for nope. Well, we
It
got 2
was
ticks.
2 ticks, 2.5 ticks. Yeah, it's just we kind of like got 2 on, or Baptiste tried to offing on left, but they have a speed comp and they would have just ran them over anyway. So kind of a little interesting play. A-okay though. 83.6. I have seen worse. They just again have to worry about these TPs.
Right.
Yeah, I think ODU just has this big issue of as soon as a fight goes on and something goes wrong, everybody starts scattering in different directions, like kind of opening a light and a bunch of cockroaches are on the floor. They all like end up scattering everywhere, which is a pretty big issue for ODU. Because on that team, you kind of want to play stacked there, but the big issue is you want to like get resources out, but they have the Sim, which does more damage as you take longer in the fight. They have the Bastion, which if you take too long, you have to wait for his turret, you have to go on his turret, but you don't have the speed to go on his turret. But if you wait for his turret to go over, they have like level 2 or level 3 beams, so you have to choose which one do you want to kill out of their DPS. I think the Reinhardt is just bait there, but they keep trying to go on the Reinhardt. Looks like Genji is coming out. I think that might actually be the worst pick possible in this scenario, but let's see how they work with it.
You know, he might just be Genjing for the Sonic Blade at the beginning, and then he'll switch back.
Oh, he's going to deflect the Sonic arrow from the enemy
yeah,
team.
he's gonna.
Bash to
So
it. Okay.
the Genji pick here is actually 900 IQ. He knows that they're going Widowmaker. He's going to deflect the initial charge. That
Yeah, I think actually USF players are streaming by accident, and I think we are. I can't actually say that because for all legal reasons that is a joke. Obviously, I don't think Index would ever commit any type of stream sniping, but of course. Let's see how this Genji works, guys. Anyways.
See the Sim TP. I think the Widow
Same
pick
exact
was just
comp.
a scouting pick. See the deflect. See what I told you? That is 6%.
That is a scene, as a
blade
clean
right
6%.
there.
He's matching their Bastion's passive ult gain right now, and they did just
from
TP high.
USF to the
Looks
high
like Joker Joey
ground.
completely forgot they can press the TP button there. A little unfortunate.
4v5 scenario for USF. ODU has to fight uphill here as Index goes on to the
He can kill Lucio here.
Lucio for the 1v1, gets bullied out of it, trying to push onto the point. ODU not able to find
that's
any
looking
picks.
like an unfortunate map loss for us. Again, that's just kind of how it goes. The team just TPs on, they get set up, and that should just be the map for USF, yeah. Well, it's just kind of, they kind of really couldn't play angles there. It's unfortunate. I have seen worse. There's still opportunity for a reverse sweep here, but
Yeah.
that is kind of how the cookie crumbles there, if I have to admit.
You know, I saw a lot of what we thought we were going to see.
Yeah.
A lot of non-committing, a lot of just failing to adapt and rotate to what they were presented with.
Like the whole little scenario, as soon as ODU gets ran over, they decide to not rotate together. They kind of just like scurry around everywhere. Their Baptiste gets confused, doesn't know which person to lamp, doesn't know which person to heal. They end up getting ran over, all that. ODU has a pretty bad problem of no one checking where anyone is, so they kind of just are susceptible to all TP points and all that.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of obvious, I'm sure it was in comms, but I didn't see a lot of obvious target calling. I didn't see the entire team once go on to one person.
Yeah.
So
That's either a chance of one of their shot callers being sick and probably not really doing the best they could, but also it might just be the fact that they're so jumbled they keep calling every other target instead.
Yeah. Target prioritization probably needs to be worked on, but you can quote me on this. I've said it before, I'll say it again.
No.
ODU's never been a second map team.
Yeah, ODU really usually isn't a second, first, or third map team here for some reason. Let's see if we can actually manage to change that. Yeah. However, I think really the big issue here, I haven't really seen in their last 2 matches on NACE. It might just be because of the mid-season patch coming out, but they did kind of try a few things new. I never saw the Zarya come out, never saw their Madra come out before. So they might just not know actually how to play that comp as well as they could before. I guess they have been playing the Alari, but kind of just the fact that they never really had a chance to win on the Orisa comp. They kind of just got ran over and then just like ran away on the points they couldn't run on.
I think their most comfortable comp is an Orisa comp. And I think that's what they should stick with if that's what they scrim with.
Yeah.
I don't want them to like panic, change it up. If they've been practicing something, I want them to keep going with it and not, you know, try to change things last minute. Cause
One
that's
of
how you
the
fail.
one of the main issues that most teams of this type of collegiate fall for is they try to counterpick the enemy team, which that is a thing you can do if the enemy team is running a complete counter comp to yours. But they really kind of weren't. They just had a Symmetra, which if you just run her over, that's kind of fine. But they kind of just wanted to try something new. They didn't really play on comfort. They wanted to play on what they thought would be good there, and kind of just ended up going bad for them.
Yeah, on paper, it was a good pick. But in reality, what have they been practicing? What have they been like?
Hardcore scrimming since the start of the semester.
Exactly.
Like
what have we seen come out every match? The Orisa, the Sim, the Bastion.
All that,
yeah, all that. And we saw one of those characters in their initial comp.
Then they kind of just got ran over at Jokajoy. They get that unfortunate pick on teleport. They did get environmental killed again. I think that might have just actually ruined all their reputation and mental they had for that point, which kind of just ended up with them getting that cap. But
yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned mental, because mental is a huge aspect in collegiate Overwatch, in all Overwatch in general. You know, getting 5 environmental kills in a series of matches, it's actually,
especially on a map with just like only 1 point as well. That would tilt even the most of PMA teams ever. And you have like teams on collegiate full of people with different mentals, different ranks, different legions, different backgrounds, all that. That's all kind of goes to.
Yeah.
Looks like map 3 here is going to be Flashpoint Servasa. I don't know if NACE actually changed the rules here. I thought it was push before.
I thought it was.
This is going to be interesting. I think they actually run the JQ comp here. At least that's what I've been talking. That's why I think that's like the main thing ran here. Looks like JQ, Bap, Lucio. I personally would go with the Kiriko. Looks like Reaper and Genji Gaming coming out. Enemy team is running a JQ comp mirror with Bap and Bastion Soldier though, however.
I feel like I'm in Overwatch 1 2016 again, man. The Reaper, Genji coming out.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing from here that was actually in the game in Overwatch 2016.
Yeah.
Besides Lucio, of course. I think the other two a little bit later than that.
A little bit
I think
a
your
later
nostalgia
edition,
glasses might be a little bit broken in the lens.
Listen, they were in the lore. They just hadn't been announced yet. So technically they were canon in Overwatch 1. Listen,
it's okay. It's okay. Let's get into the map. Let's get into the map.
We're not done with this, but we're gonna talk about the match now.
Yeah, okay, man. Looks like they did get point first. They do have the Lucio advantage. I think actually USF is taking a long range. I guess they want to do that to get their soldier more angle here.
ODU getting a pretty good sight line down the middle, but USF taking that position forward,
but
finding a
does
pick.
Get a race. Actually, I think they swapped. I don't actually know if they subbed out a different tank for this.
Adelot, no, the tanks are the same, but Adelot finding 2 picks in the first fight, securing the fight win as Index cleans up Toast, and ODU will take the point control there. Nice first fight.
Again, I told you, they're the masters of winning the neutral fight, but they have no real way to adapt it. Here's the big issue. ODU needs to actually close damage. I have no idea why this guy sights, and you just ruined my entire train of thought, but they actually have to close the distance here.
Index
did die
will
with both
go
cooldowns.
down.
He might be lagging out of the game, unfortunately. I think they are DDoSing his computer, unfortunately, but
you know, it is a thing that can happen.
This is a pretty weird angle for their Genji to take it. They're extremely split with no DPS. I think Adelot will be going down very shortly here. They will just lose a sustain.
ODU kind of backpedaling here as they're forced to play from awkward positions in every single role. Not sure if they're going to be able to recover from this, but they are going to try to
looking
take
like
that
a lost fight, but that is 70% on the board. A little bit more. They keep actually walking off a point for some reason. That's 76.
That's cute. You know, those like 4 or 5%. That could be the difference between
to be honest, on Flashpoint, that is basically just getting into one fight territory. ODU's big issue here. I don't know why they swapped out Tracer. I thought honestly they were trying to close distance here because they did have the Genji Reaper here, but I guess they want to take a little bit more off angle here. ODU's main issue here is that team has better poke them and they have better damage that they can actually take angle. So ODU's big chance is to take the closest range possible to actually run their team over.
Window coming out may give ODU that chance to push forward, get that space. Jokajoy finding a pick on Kento early in the fight, but Hate's Lion will go down, making it a 4v4 fight. Index finding Toast. Jokajoy going down. It's such an even fight right now as both teams are picking.
It's just Soldier, and is that a JQ on the enemy team as well? If there's a JQ, but Soldier, their JQ just existing there. They're bad. Their Tracer has to live here. Their JQ living and our JQ dying there just kind of seals that fight. In these games where JQ is like one of the main sustainers, one of the main damage dealers, if your JQ dies early or loses into the fight and they still have their JQ,
100%.
it's just kind of over.
100%. ODU trying their hardest to get back to the point. They need to touch now if they have any chance to contest. Very nice ult from JQ there. Adelot finding a pick on Toast. Index following close by finding a pick on Kirito. This could be last fight territory if they are able to swap the point control mid-fight.
Yeah, this is looking. They did beat
from USF, and the point does get flipped in ODU's control.
That might have been the worst beat I've seen this entire stream so far. That is actually insane.
And
for
he
ODU.
goes down
and
afterwards.
he dies extremely late. Yeah.
I think that's the
that
round
is a
secured
point
for ODU.
unless Soldier somehow takes an angle here. That is one fight, but they did end up using 4 ults for it.
Yeah, very, very nice point there for ODU.
Looks like they're just running
flash
point.
point gets
I
moved.
think Index is trying to angle and wait here, but I think he's hiding in the worst possible spot to do it.
Let's see if it works out. Will USF take the bait? Will USF fall into the trap
looks
that
like they
Index
just kind
has
of
so carefully laid out?
Bastion's taking a long angle though.
Bastion does take the
Index
off
should
angle.
walk. Index could walk. If Index could walk,
needs to go forward. Index go. Go Index.
Oh, he takes so long, bro. I think he was.
And he's been
I'm
spotted
just
now.
gonna assume he blue screened. Unfortunately, his game lagged out. But Soldier is picked out from the deep blade.
Finding 2 picks with the blade. Adelot finding a close third, and the point will be unlocking soon here.
Okay,
ODU
Joey and Adelot maxing for Index's mistake here is insane.
Will Index find the pick on?
He did. Congratulations.
Lucio.
That tracking is impeccable. Known for our star DPS player, Index.
ODU will get the point under control. Start that percentage ticking up.
Yeah. Adelot's actually playing extremely well to actually hold up the space here. This is a pretty big choke for her. That's a really extremely tight choke. They have their Tracer on off angle here, but I don't know if they're actually going to match it. They end up backing out here too.
Like you said earlier, positioning is going to be key for these two comps. Sak will find 2 picks with the visor, but goes down in return. Jokajoy and Adelot both go down, and USF will take this fight. As Index is going to hide again.
The thing is, they kind of know he's there, though, is the issue. They did just see him walk. The biggest issue on these maps is if you usually cap, you kind of just get like it down on Flashpoint is a big issue of it.
Index getting into the Soldier 1v1.
Looks like he's just disengaging. Yeah, on these maps, if you win the first fight, usually that can get you to 99, as most teams won't be able to little sustain through it. Index is kind of out of the fighter, but we do get point control. We do have Rampage coming up here as well.
From ODU, USF turret form controlling that sight line, but Index does find the pick on the lamp, and Adelot finds the pick.
That is insane, actually. I think he pulse on the Baptiste and the lamp breaking both at the exact same time. I think Toast did get burnt a little bit there by the pulse bomb.
That's very, very nice play there from Index.
Yeah, I think honestly this might be last fight. They have swap mate here. This might just be last fight.
They can get this 3rd stagger on Kento from USF. That would be huge.
Here's the thing. They just actually, their tank has just now respawned. They have 16%, which is unironically about 5 or 6% if you want to go into 2 CP terms. I don't even think they're going to fight.
They're going to, I think this
is not fighting it.
The point.
Yeah, they just can't touch. They're just designed to play for next fight. The big thing here, we can't see what point is there on the spectator thing, but I think it's back left. Yeah.
Well, let's see if holding off will benefit USF in the long run here in this
They did get the pick on the Tracer, but again, it is Tracer, and how the point is set up, they actually will be getting here about the same time they actually fight.
We see the Reaper swap from USF.
Yeah, they kind of want to try to, I guess, engage, because again, they have better brawl now, unfortunately. They have Zarya, which kind of does counter the JQ a tiny bit. Reaper inting into their whole team, but he does get one bubble out.
The bubble will come out from USF. Both bubbles come out from USF.
Yeah, they could just shout engage here. Jokajoy is alone on the point. We have engaged with Reaper. They did waste both bubbles. They did beat, though.
Big JQ ult there from ODU. Not able to find much. Beat comes out from ODU. Can they find a pick? I am not sure. This fight is lasting.
Look, yeah.
X+ getting an environmental on Saki.
I think.
But it is still an even fight. It is a 3v3 situation here for both teams.
They have lost their sustain. They do have the Baptiste. Their Baptiste is down.
Zarya will find one. Will Bebop find another?
Yeah, they kind of just lose their Lucio AoE, then their Baptiste is forced to use Lamp earlier, and their Baptiste just goes down there.
Luckily, though, no team capped the point, so that entire fight was in neutral territory. The percentage wasn't going up. A lot of time for OD to play with here.
So here's the issue here is if they have Lucio, they have Tracer, Genji, Lucio, they can just go on their Baptiste or Soldier, which is what they have been doing. The issue is here now. The Reaper's kind of playing a little bit of protective.
Joka Joey caught out in the open, trying to get some off-angle picks.
We did just get a small spectate of Joka Joey getting mugged in the corner, unfortunately. But I think ODU should still be able to sustain through this. The thing is, if they get staggered, this is just a point given to USF.
ODU needs to regroup here, try to get some poke. If they're going to disengage, they need to do it quick. They can't. They have to make a decision here. Reaper forced to use Wraith and a bubble on the Wraithing Reaper. Both bubbles out. Window comes out for ODU, but Kirito will find a pick with his ultimate. Joka Joey finding the pick on Kirito, making it even again.
If they manage to win this fight, this would be actually insane for them.
Window coming out now on the side of USF. Joka Joey finding a second pick on Bebop, leaving USF without a tank. Will Index find a pick through the window?
They just have to actually live. They had touch here.
Saki taking down X+X, but Toast going down in return. Index finding 2, turning the tide of the fight in ODU's favor.
Yeah, as I said earlier, though, usually if you cap the point, that is just a 1-99 there. USF actually had every card to win that fight, but I think they actually threw every single one of them in the dumpster somehow. It's actually crazy. They had Reaper, they had Window, and Grab, and they somehow managed, I think, to whiff all 3.
And there we're at 99%.
And now we have ult advantage now. Like, it's actually kind of crazy how ODU wins that fight. And they get a pick on Kirito. Like,
very
I think
nice
USF is just crumbling apart. Oh, but they did trade out the pick.
Very, very nice. Boop there from X+X, forcing the Zarya and the lamp coming out. Very, very nice boop, forcing some resources out of USF.
So they just swapped the Mei. We have Rampage, though. They did beat Engage. This is looking pretty dicey for ODU. They are close beat, though. They're at a lot.
If they can sustain this initial push.
Has to live.
If they can still sustain, the BAP on USF goes down.
If they get Peter and beat their... Oh, they don't even need to, honestly. Oh,
Blade comes out, finds nothing. Adelot will find Toast. Saki goes down to Casper the Ghost, and Adelot will take down Kento.
Yeah, I think...
ODU wins this.
He tried to Marty down there, and they win this map. That's actually insane. Maybe they should stick to JQ comps, honestly.
I think it might be ODU's
and
good luck
that
charm.
One map. This is the start.
Like I said earlier.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I said earlier.
Not a first map, not a second map.
We are a third map team.
That's what I'm saying. We're the 3rd, 4th, and 5th map team to go here. That's what I'm saying, man. USF had every card to win that fight on that 3rd point, and all I see is just them winning everything.
Do you smell that?
What do I smell?
I smell a reverse sweet.
My nose is a little bit clogged. Maybe if I'll take an allergy pill and then like this BRB. I'll see if I can smell it too, but unfortunately. Yeah, but like USF, every fight there, ODU JQ is a pretty strong comp to run on Flashpoint. It's kind of just the bread and butter, I think, for that meta. And all really ODU had to do is just run them over, and that's kind of what they did. ODU's pretty good at Brawl-S comps. I feel like the other team really hasn't scrimmed Flashpoint that much, or if they did, you like notice, look at their Kirito, look at their tank. They all were just swapping heroes. Like I think it was Bastion, then it was Reaper, then it was Mei, then I think they went Sombra. I think they actually swapped to Symmetra for 1 second, then they swapped out. Like they were just all playing mystery heroes on that. I really want to bring it into attention. That's 3rd point that they capped to 99. They had 4 ults on ODU, and ODU had closest, I think, 87 to window. And they lost. If that isn't demoralizing, I don't know what is. I think if I was that team that just dumped 4 ults onto a fight where they didn't use 1, I'd be crying right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'd have to be drinking, like, 10 liters of water to get all the tears that I just drained out of my body from that, to be honest. But, like, that should be... I think the next map is Push, if I am correct there. And that's kind of just the exact same thing. Like, kind of the exact same thing.
Does this show up? Does it... Can you...
Oh, there it is.
Here we see a visual representation of what happened that fight. Here we have the fight in USF.
And they've crumbled. Like, they've just completely crumbled
They just threw it.
They threw and crumbled it. They crumbled under the pressure and they tossed it. That's how every Flashpoint map goes. They just had no idea to do. If ODU can keep up that exact pressure that they did on Flashpoint, we should actually have a good series here.
Yeah.
But they got a map. I think this is the first map ODU has won in their first 3 games. That's cause for celebration that starts, to be honest.
It's the start of something big.
This might be, I'm telling you, it's the slow and steady wins the race. ODU has won their first map. They're all revitalized. They're cooking right now. They were preheating the last 2 maps. They were running the sim. They were like sandbagging a little bit. Lijiang Tower, they were taking a swim. They were getting clean for the next match. Kings Row, they were drying off a little bit now, and now they're in the oven. Like, they're cooking right now.
In the business, all right, in the cooking business, in the industry of chefing, that's what we call prep work. That's where we're cutting the onions.
We're preheating right now. We've like chopped up every ingredient.
Now we're throwing.
Now let's
it
see if
all
we
in.
burn the kitchen. Let's see if we burn down the kitchen. We
Yeah.
might overcook it because I think USF right now, they're in there for a little bit. They might have slow burned it. They got the first 2 maps like a little bit of bake, but they're kind of getting cooked right now.
USF is more of like a crock pot chef. You know, they throw it all in there, and
I'd
sometimes
say-
it comes out good.
I'd say more of like a George Foreman or like an easy bake oven. Like they're
Okay,
like getting a
don't-
little bit of tiny. fits here.
Don't talk bad about the easy bake, okay?
Oh my bad. I do notice who I am talking to right now. I think
Okay,
you are a
okay.
connoisseur of easy bake ovens. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
my mistake.
Well, have you ever cooked with one?
Not
So
really.
you
I
can't
kind of
talk.
use straight
So you
ovens
can't
to be
talk.
honest, but I guess that is fair.
So you can't talk.
I think we are going to the next match right now, though. All right, looking like push Esperanza. Kind of obvious. This is the push map of all push maps, so we should be good here.
You've seriously never used an easy bake oven?
No, I've used an oven, which is a thing
Okay,
most
I've
adults
used
use.
an oven too,
Yeah.
wise guy. I'm just saying.
You know what's pretty easy about an oven? It's the exact same thing, but you can actually cook things in it that aren't like tiny
Okay,
cupcakes.
Okay, well, you know what comes with an easy bake oven? Tiny cupcakes.
You know, it
Can you
also
make
comes-
tiny
it
cupcakes in
also
a normal
comes in
oven?
a-
I
you
don't
know-
think
yeah,
so.
you can actually.
I don't think so.
You know what actually comes
I've
in an
never
easy
seen it
bake
happen.
oven?
What?
Ages 13 and under.
Okay. Okay, it's actually E for everyone.
E for everybody.
It's
Okie doke,
Everybody.
man. Yeah, E for everybody.
That's
with
just
a
a
pulse. E
recommendation?
for everybody with a pulse.
Okay.
You know what an oven's for? Everybody.
Can you read?
All right, let's read it here. Let's look at USF's comp. I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit looking at USF comp a little bit, if I'm
Wasn't
being
it
honest.
Tor?
It looks like a soldier Torbjorn. Okay, I thought I saw a Life Weaver Brig. Looking like
You did
Brig
see
Ilari, Bap Ilari. They do have the
Back on
level
the
3
Torb.
dispenser comp. Sigma on Esperanza, that is interesting, but they have the run over comp, so I think Sigma kind of just gets erased.
How many switches are we going to... I don't think we're going to see a switch here from USF.
To be honest, I think their Sigma is going to disappear. If they run them over correctly, they don't let their Sigma set up on angles. If you can't get a good rock on one of their DPS to mitigate the engage. But look how much space they already have. Their Sigma's old man with the cane walking up, like he's only halfway through the map right now. We're already set up on their thing.
Get to the fight eventually.
Like we're already on his lawn right now.
Wow.
Okay, they have the turret, but like who cares? Like their turret cancels one side of the map. Okay, they might have dropped off high ground for some reason. They broke the turret, but look at their Sig.
Sig on the
They're so
high ground for
split, though. Look at
USF
their-
may prove
Oh, we
useful, but
get both of their level 3 things.
whole index going down, almost escapes with his life, but Kinto finds 2 members of ODU. ODU needs to answer quick, or they're going to go down to this comp. Kinto finds a 3rd, absolutely carrying USF right now.
Yeah, here's the issue on this. That Torbjorn Bapalari, that makes Tracer kind of impossible to play.
So are you saying you want
I'm
to see
saying
a swap?
I'm thinking this guy either swaps or he's going to be playing on like Ultra Nightmare difficulty for the rest of this map. But the thing is, they kind of just dropped off height. They wanted to shoot the turret for some reason. Who
We
cares
see
about that
the
turret? You have a
Tracer
sustain to live through
hiding.
their turret.
The Tracer doing the signature hide.
Yeah, okay, like, let's just see how they go here. Because the thing is, they got really split that point, but now they're just a unit. They just have to play as a single unit here.
Index going to have an immediate position out of the back
Yeah, like,
line.
he whiffs the rock. They can just run this Sigma
Very
over
nice.
it. Like, look at this.
Very nice push there from Adelot, getting a lot of space for ODU, but Kento taking down Jokajoey again in the beginning of the fight. Hatesline and the X-Blast, both supports for ODU following soon after. Index finding Toast, but it is just too late in the fight. ODU will lose this fight.
Index is sightseeing, unfortunately, as we see here again. I don't know where.
Going
I don't think
to
anybody
the
actually
USF
died. I
spawn.
don't think any actually died though.
I'm assuming we're going to try to see a pick here from Index. And
Oh,
then
wait, someone
once
did
we
die. Is
see-
there a Lari that went down? Who went down?
I'm going to be...
I don't think anybody died.
No,
oh,
no,
the
no.
Baptiste
The
died.
BAP, the BAP. That'd be huge.
He did actually do a little bit of damage here. I got shift out here. He did recall immediately though.
I can't even speak
This
right
is
now.
the, this is
the
the
1v1
biggest.
of
This is
the
the mid off of the century.
and
The mid
Index
off of the
goes down
century
to
that
the
Index
BAP.
has lost. The mid off of the century has been lost, but their Baptiste did use everything here.
Honestly, a pretty big resource drain.
Yeah, honestly.
Tracer being such a quick hero will get back to the point relatively
Yeah, I think
quick.
Adelot is actually doing the beating gauge here. I think Adelot should maybe. I don't
We
know. Their
see the
Baptiste
pick
isn't
from
here.
Hey,
Their
it's
Baptiste
Lion.
isn't killing their JQ right now. Their JQ needs assistance.
Visor only finding 1 member of ODU. ODU still possibly winning this fight. Lamp coming out as well as the Pulse Bomb. Both windows coming out. Both
we
teams.
face tank a window into a double hit
Oh.
scan. I think he did get a Cheeto to the mouth there as well, unfortunately. And it looks like he did just explode over the entire arena. Don't know what he molten cored, but I'm down to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah, but we're
lots
winning
of
though. Like
interesting
what?
plays. from
Index
both
did just
teams
pick up their
here,
entire team, but they did get checkpoint. I think if Index is smart here, he doesn't actually try to fight this. He could, again, try to go spawn camp and die again, but I don't actually think that is recommended.
I think he's trying to press E to interact around the map to see what
I think he's
moves.
trying to like open a door and maybe take a different flank route.
Yeah.
Right now, Adelot is kind of just stuck. He's engaging. Index did come up. Their Alari could die here, actually. If their Alari does die here, this would be perfect for them. Unfortunate.
Index,
Here's the biggest issue here, though. While they're getting this point, their team just takes high ground. X-Boss is face tanking a little bit right now, unfortunately. But look how split
very
they
lucky
are.
to be alive there. X-Blast is.
Look how split they are right now. Look at
Joey
their
going
look where their
down.
JQ is compared to the rest of their team.
Very, very uneven fight timing from ODU as two members go down very early. You know, I don't even want to say early in the fight. Before the fight even began, they were dead. Index shortly following after. I want to see swaps. Like,
it's not even a swap thing. These guys are just like, they're like scattered.
but something isn't working.
Well, the thing is, besides their Tracer being really hard to play, they're just not playing together. Like, Sigma theoretically should be getting steamrolled, but they're getting steamrolled.
Adelot goes down very, very late.
That's pretty bad for ODU.
Jokia Joey's about to go down too. Line trying to lob some nades into that little cluster of
But he
ODU.
is poked out right in front of the spawn door.
Unlucky.
Adelot's dead again. Oh, but that is insane. Oh, you need to heal your JQ, man. You need to heal your JQ. Oh, he's been
That
crushed.
shield needed to go down,
He
or
just threw a boulder at his
needed
head and
to fucking.
He just crashed his skull. Oh, we're just kind of getting steamrolled now, man. I think ODU burnt the kitchen. ODU set themselves. I don't know. What am I
Get
smelling?
the fire extinguisher.
I'm smelling a fire. I'm not smelling any. I'm not smelling a
extinguisher.
reserve sweep. I'm smelling it.
Call Gordon Ramsay. What
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 did I just witness? I think our Tracer just DC'd.
The train is off the rails at this point. ODU is just
That's just a
hoping for a
four-man
miracle
flux. That's
angel to put the train back on track. They're going to need nothing short of a miracle. That blade was, you know, chef's kiss. But then I woke up. You know.
Yeah, I think ODU just burnt the kitchen. That is just.
They got a taste of victory and they couldn't.
Yeah, it's just a sad time. They had the cook there, but they just crumbled. They crumbled it. Like, let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't mind me.
No, visual representation.
Feel free to talk. I'll make a visual. No, that's
Uses
fine. You go ahead and talk. I'll make the visual representation right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, what else is there to talk about? We kind of saw the devolution, the devolving of ODU after, you know, that map win. We saw a lot of teams splitting up. We didn't really see one coherent fight as a unit.
Yeah, like the entire time, ODU, I just told you, they were all split the entire time. Like ODU right now, I don't know if I can show this. Yeah, you got it.
No, I'm just going to.
You got it. Yeah, ODU, like on fire, they're cooking it. You can't really see it, but that is a fire, and they just crumpled. They just crumpled and cooked it. Like, what the? They ruined it. Like, they ruined the whole fight. Like, I don't know what you were smelling. I think you smelled like a little bit of euphoria, but we just kind of trolled it in the entire time.
You know what it was? We were in the mall, and I walked past that like perfume station. And
yeah, you got like hit by one of the free samples by accident.
Yeah.
You got like a hint of glory.
I heard the little bell ring and I started drooling. But
I think we kind of just passed out after. I think we were so excited from that flashpoint map, we both passed out, and then we just had a nightmare. Then we woke up to reality, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But, again, ODU that entire time, that Sigma comp, again, they do have like the TF2 level 15 dispenser. They have 13 level 3 turrets. They have 3 level 3 dispensers. I wouldn't wish playing Tracer Genji against that on my worst enemy, if I'm being honest. Like, but ODU wanted to fight through on Ultra Nightmare difficulty. They did just get assimilated for their troubles. But again, like ODU, they could have won that, but they just decided to try to take angles on a map where you want to play close together. On the comp, you want to play close together. They just forgot. Again, Flashpoint Servasa, pretty no high ground map. Every map's like pretty flat, so it's pretty easy to run them over. But ODU was just like, I guess there just wasn't any comms there. Adelot, like I think you saw it on one. Adelot was walking around on right side Mega. Index was sightseeing on the back of the map, getting a mid off, losing to their Baptiste on the back. And I think Joker Joey might have actually went AFK for 5 minutes. I don't even notice. But I think our supports, like our poor supports, man, our supports couldn't do anything there. It's unfortunate.
A lot of unfortunate scenarios, one after another. I think we're going to take a short break, and then we'll return with our closing statements. So don't go anywhere. We have a couple announcements to make. Stay tuned.
Yep, stay tuned. And we are back, looking like there's going to be no post-match interview. I think our team is a little bit downtrodden by that unfortunate upset. But progress is progress, I'm being honest. We got one map, first map won in 3 games. That is progress. ODU is, again, a turtle team, and we're getting there slow and steady. 1 map, then it'll be 2 maps, and we'll just win every map in the game.
Yep. It's actually a really important point that you bring that up. It is progress. Yeah. It is better than they have played in the past. And, despite still losing, it 100%
but
is
all of their issues are just things they can easily improve. That was just a calm issue the entire time. You look at Lijiang Tower, you look at them sightseeing on the map, you look at them Mr. Presidenting shots they don't need a Mr. President for, you look at them taking baths on Garden, you look at them on Scrims Road, not knowing how to look behind them. All a little bit of micro stuff they can do, but there's also just a macro playing against anything else. You look on Servasa, they have the keys to win fights they shouldn't win fights on. You look at that last point where USF dumped 27 ults against their 0 and they lost. Yeah. If ODU was really bad, they wouldn't win that fight. Granted, USF did send every ult into the Shadow Sphere, but that's how it is. Yeah. And you look at Esperanza and it's just another issue of not playing together. But they should have won. They could have done it.
There are moments where their true potential comes through and they play like a phenomenal team. And then there's the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's just good with the bad. That's the only unfortunate thing is now we have more bad than the good. But that can change. That's all about it. We have a pretty good team. They actually, I think out of all our teams, our team, Overwatch team, has been one of the ones that stick together the most. Most of the team for our Overwatch, we actually do end up getting better as we play. That's how it's been for every ODU season. Every ODU season, every player gets better and better. And as they learn more comps, they learn that they don't have to only OTP Orisa for 55 minutes and run BAP Lucio. They can play better. It's just an issue of their team, not playing synergized, I guess. Their Orisa, the only issue they really have to deal with is their supports and their tank just have to live together. They do that. Their Tracer can just go sightseeing around the map. Joko Joey can take 25 bullets and have 20 death per 10. That's just how it is, man. But if their tanks and their supports can live together, we can just win this. Anyway, that is going to be it for Overwatch today. We have a few staying announcements for our next streams that my caster to my left will be showing you very shortly.
Well, make sure you come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, our Valorant team and our Call of Duty team will be playing at around 8 p.m. I believe we'll be Valorant shortly before then. Will be our Call of Duty stream. So Call of Duty and Valorant fans, make sure to stick around for that. Thursday, we have Super Smash Brothers. Time is TBD, but make sure to come back for that one. And this Friday, for ODU Homecoming, the university is hosting Monarchs Give Back 2023. It's this Friday from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Mitcham Basketball Performance Center on Monarch Way.
Pretty sure they're still looking for volunteers as well. So if you can look that up on Google, I think you can actually volunteer and help out your community for schools on that.
Yep.
If that is interested.
The Norfolk mayor and the superintendent of Norfolk Public Schools are going to be there, and we need a lot of volunteers to go help pack food for students.
We need about 300. I think we only got about 100 at the moment. So anything you could do to help would be perfect. Let them know if you can't do it. If anyone else can do it, that'd be very much appreciated by your community at ODU.
If you're not in the ODU Esports Discord, find a friend, join, and go ahead and hit that first link to sign up in the content announcements channel.
And if you don't know what a Discord is, you can always just look it up on Google.
And if you don't know what Google is, you can always read a book.
Yeah, I think you could probably find one newspaper with it. If you don't know what a newspaper is, good luck.
Smoke signals, I think, is that point.
Maybe carrier pigeon, but I don't know if we actually have any pigeons trained.
If you don't know what a pigeon is, no. I'm not keeping this bit going, dude. All right.
That has been the ODU varsity stream for Overwatch NACE. 0-3, let's make it 1-3 next week, bro. That's what I'm saying. We can be 1-3 as long as we win one map. We don't pull a Paris, Vegas, Eternal, Shanghai Dragons and lose every map. We should be good. We got it.
It's been a pleasure tonight. Again, I'm Porter Dowdy.
Who's Dylan?
And come back tomorrow for Valorant Call of Duty.
We'll come back next week for Overwatch and get the exciting story to see if we can win 2 maps instead of 1.
See you guys later.
Let's do it. See ya.